First of all, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Das ist gut.
Also, willkommen in Mailand, in Italy. And I'm very honored to interview you today and for my radio, University Radio, Radio Bocconi. And how does it feel to be here in Italy today and promote your new single?
It's great as usual. We have been in Italy and especially in Milano so many times I can't even count. But it is a beautiful city, and you have beautiful people and everything's beautiful. And the only thing which is annoying a little bit at the moment, but you're used to, is the weather. And for us, annoying was to get up at 5 o'clock again. We're on the road for 5 days now, and we always got up between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and neither of us likes that.
Yeah.
We have many friends here. It will be nice to meet them again.
Yeah.
We see some today.
Oh, okay, I'm happy for you. So have fun also in Milan here. And what about the inspiration and the music and lyrics of your new single?
The inspiration is connected to the concept of the album in general. This is what Twilight of the Gods has been one of the songs which came in fairly late. It was the second last song we wrote, and I have been rather far with the structure of the concept at that point already, but we both knew that the intro parts would have been missing still, and therefore Twilight of the Gods, as well as the Ninth Wave, which we composed later on, were the lucky straws, because we really needed these particular elements to complete the album, and this defines already how important Twilight of the Gods is. It is a song which connects old Blind Guardian and new Blind Guardian. Okay. We have the down-tuned guitars, which give a little idea to the listener what he may have to expect from the new album, but on the other hand contains so many traditional Blind Guardian elements that it's quite enjoyable for even the old school Blind Guardian fan, I would say. As a song from the album, I would not say it is representative, but it has a very catchy approach. So I would believe that people will enjoy that one, and it's going to become probably a classical one in our live set, because there's that sing-along chorus which have a sort of almost cheerful feeling.
Okay, so I was going to ask you some anticipation about your album, but I think you have already told me something.
Oh, I went too far, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. Okay, I know you have worked with 3 different choirs and 2 orchestras, so how is your approach working with them for your album?
It's great. I mean, for us it's like the work has to be done before we go to these places and record this stuff. We have to be very careful and picky in designing these elements. And once they are designed, it's more like, you finish the score, you hand it in, and they do the work. And you just enjoy sitting there and hear your music played by orchestras or classical choirs. And it sounds quite amazing, especially if we talk about the appearances in Prague, which are in the Rudolfinum, which is a classical orchestra venue. It's an opera. Yeah. And so we sit in this opera, the only guests in there, and listen to our own music performed by these spectacular musicians. So that's always great. It's more pleasure than it's really hard work. The work has been done before. This time it was like having this masterpiece intro for the Ninth Wave, which just screamed for more than just 40 people singing, and therefore we were in need for more than just one choir doing this performance. And we went to different places because we also needed the different size of venues, studios, whatever, to catch the vibe, of
because they gave different sounds.
Right. Exactly. This has been the case for the choirs, and then they were used on the album on different spots for different occasions. So actually the intro of the Ninth Wave and the outro of the Ninth Wave are the only parts on the album where they perform together. All the others are individuals, and we took the choir we consider to be the best for which part ever. There are usually just 40 people singing. But it sounds amazing anyway. With the orchestras, it was slightly different because one orchestra with 90 people would have been enough. But since we have such a demanding schedule and it's so extensive from, October 2012 to October 2014, we were working on the production.
Okay.
And at the very end, we have composed a lot of classical stuff, and we couldn't get the orchestra we used to work with. So we were in need of a second orchestra to finish up the album. And the guys from Hungary, they did a great job. It sounds as amazing as what the guys from Prague had delivered.
Okay, wow. And which are the guiding principles in composing your songs?
Also Prinzip.
Im Grunde genommen Prinzipien und auch gleichzeitig der Weg, wie du halt eben da überhaupt vorgehst, wie du da hinkommst.
Okay, the most important for us is that we don't repeat ourselves. We did many albums and we don't want to have a stagnation in our creation process. So we need to search new elements, we need to see where we can do new experiments, bring elements in that we never used before, or bring them in another way. And we found some very nice things this time. For example, Ninth Wave sounds more like a futuristic soundtrack and has very low down-tuned guitars that we never used before. So it's a very surprising song. Even if you knew Blind Guardian or followed us for many years, that will surprise you. But still, you will see immediately that this is Blind Guardian and cannot be anything else. So this is what we want to reach. We want to put an album next to the previous album and not try to top it, because we cannot top our old albums. They are kind of perfect how they are, and so we need to find something else. And this is how we start doing the things, searching for ideas.
Okay.
There's just one more thing I have to add, and this is we do not belong to the copy and paste bands, which means we don't have any pattern, no frame. We just start at point zero, and the song develops, how it develops. And it's not like we reach the chorus part and say, okay, now we just take the intro and the parts afterwards and do that 3 times and we're done with the song. This is not how it works in Blind Guardian. There are completely different elements in each section, and the song itself dictates in which direction this has been treated by us. Sometimes there are like 4 elements before a chorus comes, sometimes 5, sometimes 2.
No rules.
There are no rules.
Okay, and do you start with music or with lyrics?
Music.
Okay.
I have the strong belief that the music needs to express everything already.
Yeah.
So when Andrè delivers the first introduction parts of a song, something occurs in my mind immediately, and I do not even think about lyrics then. Sometimes he has working titles which lead me into a certain direction, like there's a song, Ashes of Eternity, he called it Encrypted Time. So I started thinking about what does it mean, encrypted time, in particular. But usually it's just the music itself, without working titles, which delivers a certain feeling. And this has to be captured by the vocal composing first, before I even think about lyrics. Of course, with the vocal composing, first words occur automatically. Okay. And some of them have a certain magic and you don't want to get them out later on. Like, for instance, on Imaginations, the script from a Requiem, these words were like magic. So no matter about what the song would be, I knew, I can't get rid of these words. And this sometimes happens. But on the other hand, I think that the performances of the musicians and the expressive way vocals are treated are more important than the words. So the words come later on.
Okay. So now you are going to go on tour, and do you have some anticipation for us about your new tour, which is going to be here in Milan in next May and then also in Rome? Mm-hmm. And can you tell us something about the tour?
It will be red.
Okay.
Deeply red, and there might be some mirrors. That's for sure. This is about the stage design. We haven't fixed everything now because we just finished the album and are on promotion. But we have had some discussions with the production guys already, okay. And this is what we agreed on. There will be something which delivers the beyond the red mirror feeling, of course. But it's not going to be a conceptual live show we will set up. We don't believe in that. We don't like, just playing one album or two albums and then saying, well, that's it. We leave all the bullshit from the past. That's not our pair of shoes. We love to play best of shows, no matter at which era. This means the classical ones will be definitely in there. Okay. But there will be a good amount of new songs. Obviously, they have to be in there. And we discussed a good bunch of surprising old stuff, which we haven't played for quite a while, or even not played up to now. So I think the people will be satisfied, and it's going to be a long appearance again. We don't belong to the bands, because it's trendy to just enter the stage for 75 minutes. That's not our pair of shoes as well.
Okay. Do you prefer playing in small venues or in big open-air festivals?
Both. It's they have both very nice aspects. I mean, in a club show, you are more close and intimate with the fans, yep. And gives a really nice atmosphere. On the other hand, if you play like Wacken and you have 70,000 people singing the Bard song, it gives you goosebumps as well. So it's both very nice. You need to prepare different, and you need, as a band, to adjust a little bit different to the situation.
Okay.
But I think we can do both in a good way.
Okay. And last question, I always ask the band this question. As a teenager, we all have icons. Which were your icons when you were younger?
You mean...
Icons, music
like
icons.
Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I start, you think?
Yeah.
My big idol when I was 12 was Ace Frehley of Kiss. Because of him, I started playing guitar and took lessons with the guitar. And I found out very early that for my vision of playing guitar, that it's more important to be a characteristic guy and have a unique style than shredding the guitar and playing 120 tones in a minute. So he brought some really nice aspects in my world, and I'm still going for these.
Okay.
My first idol would have been a football player from a German team called, the guy is called Bernd Hölzenbein.
Yeah.
He has been a part of the world champion team from '74, and he played in a team called Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. I mean, he has not been the most spectacular German player, but I liked the way he played. He was always busy. I enjoyed him as a player. As a musician, I would say Indian.
Okay.
I liked his screams. I liked his attitude. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much for this.